What made you decide to get behind Mr. Donalds at this point?
Byron's a friend. He's someone that I've worked with closely since he's been in Congress. Obviously, I nominated him on the floor of the House in January. We've talked at length about what he would like to try to do to move the conference forward, and so threw my support behind Byron. There's a lot of good candidates, but I'm supporting Byron.
Could you support any candidate of the 9 who are going on once it comes to the floor?
We'll see. I didn't sign the pledge thing that I was going around. I think we need to focus on making sure someone's going to lead this party in the right direction. We'll get in here. We'll hear from all 9. There's a number of good guys. There's a number of those guys that I could support on the floor. But we'll see how it plays out.
Do you still believe that Republicans have to unite in the room first before you go to a floor vote?
I mean, I think it's kind of borne out that maybe I had a point a couple of weeks ago that might have been a good thing to do. But look, I mean, all of this plays out, and as I've said before, the American people can see this unfold. They see what we're fighting about and the issues we're fighting over, and I think they appreciate that we're trying to fight for them.
Have you talked to the former president about this?
I've not often spoken to the former president about any of these things.
Does there need to be another power sharing agreement with the Freedom Caucus or whatever?
It wasn't about a power sharing agreement, right? Everything about last January was about, you go back and look at all the things we were talking about, and it was legislation to improve this place, getting more voices at the table, but making things 72-hour rule, getting bills for more amendments. And look, a lot of that stuff played out. We passed a lot of good bills this year. I think we made a lot of good progress. I was just meeting with a group of people that a year ago I probably wouldn't have been meeting with. We've had extraordinary relationships built, and we've passed a lot of good legislation, and we're getting complete, we've got a DOD bill sitting over there. The Senate hasn't moved. It's got Israel funding in it. So why didn't the Senate move, right? I mean, they keep talking about the House and the Speaker. We've sent a lot of stuff over to the Senate that they're just sitting on. And so I'd like to see the Senate move on legislation that we've been passing.
How confident are you that that you could resolve this whole thing so that the House and Senate can come to conference and come to an agreement on spending bills?
I mean, look, we can go to conference right now. I mean, if the Senate wants to sit down and talk about DOD, we could do that right now. I'd certainly like to see them take up the legislation that we passed and pass it or pass a version of it, and then we go to conference. But they haven't even passed the DOD approach bill. So, why don't they move?
So, Congressman, you said that you obviously are supporting Byron Donalds, but are there some of the candidates who are running that you have concerns with, people you wouldn't vote for?
I'm not going to get into that. There's a lot of candidates among these that are running that I'm friends with and that I could support. Let's see how this all plays out. There's 9 running, so this will take a little bit of time tonight and go through that in the morning, but that's not the worst thing in the world, right? At the end of the day now, while I wouldn't have done the vacate, we've done it, and here we are. Hey, look, the American people are seeing this, and we're going through candidates, and we're going to run, and we'll see who we want to get behind.
How confident are you that it gets done this week?
Well, we need to get in there and do our best to try.
Can anyone get 217?
We'll see. I'd like to think so. I mean, look, I think we've got some candidates there that have a real shot. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.